Alright, it's time to take a look at the new seasonal offer premium platoon, and well, it is a Merkava. To be more accurate, it is the Merkava Mk.2V. I jokingly said a couple weeks ago that the only way to replace the Mark 1 is with a Mark 2. And well, I did not see this coming. I did not expect to get a Merkava this early, but here we are. The Merkava Mk.2V. Let's take a look at the stats of this thing. Now, it has a 105mm main cannon, 54 km/h is the top speed, the reverse is 23 km/h, decent weight, 63 tons for crew member, 400mm average penetration, decent turret rotation, decent reload. Now overall, the main difference between the Mark 1 and Mark 2 is armor. This has composite armor. The ammo is a bit different, has better ammo, has dual APFSDS type shells I believe, has HEATFS shells, has added protection on the roof. Overall it is tankier, it has better reverse, it can hit 30 km/h in reverse while the Mark 1 hits about 14-15 km/h in reverse. Overall it is a slight upgrade, maybe important for some, maybe not important for other players. From my experience, I didn't really notice much of a difference in combat between the Mark 1 and Mark 2, but nonetheless, this is going to be my primary Merkava from now on, basically, because, you know, I like the Merkavas. The vehicle itself, I mean, the vehicle in-game is pretty fun. It's a decent vehicle, decent premium platoon, decent premium vehicle, decent premium main battle tank. And well, let's see how this thing will perform in combat. And I already uploaded a bunch of videos for this vehicle, I believe, and yeah, I still do well with the Merkava. I would do equally as well if it were the Mark 1, honestly. The only difference I guess would be the extra armor, but in top tier you don't really trust armor, you don't really rely on armor, you try to use cover, hold down with the vehicle, will work really well. Very tough turret, just like the Merkava Mark 1. Overall, the main gun having better ammo means you might be doing a bit better damage, a bit better penetration with this vehicle, with this main gun, but it's still a PFSDS shell on the Mark 1, so if we look at the total differences, it's a decent little upgrade, and one of these two vehicles could potentially be a Tech 3 vehicle down the road, so we will see what will happen with that. After all, the Tech 3 is a hot topic now. I would say the developers need to kind of say what they're going to do with all these premium platoons, because we will have missing vehicles, missing tanks in Tech 3 and stuff like that. If they don't dissolve or disassemble some of the premium platoons, that's what I'm saying. They really need to tell us what they're planning to do with the platoon system. I'm worried, players are worried, curiously worried. And we should start to see more stuff about the Tech 3 very soon. Usually they do make an announcement on major things. I would say the Tech 3 system being implemented, replacing the platoon system, is a major thing, and they should make an announcement about that. I don't know when, but they should. Hopefully soon, because players are getting really curious about what they planning to do with the Tech 3 here. Well, let's see how I played this vehicle. Already at 5 destroyed vehicles, which is not bad, could be better. Now I did praise the ammo, and yeah, I did basically no damage there. The M33 APFSDS shells are very good, very decent for this vehicle and for this platoon. I would say they would be really solid for tier 8 in general. And does good damage. Pretty much the same ammo that you find on the Leopard's A1A5, I believe. All the Leopards definitely has the same shell type. It's not the Leopard 2A4. I completely mixed up the vehicles. There's so many Leopards in the game. There's the tier 8 Leopard with the tier 9 gun, I forgot its name. That one is really good, but it doesn't have the same shell type. It has a larger caliber. This is a 105mm main cannon. Okay, now let's... 7 destroyed vehicles. Well, not bad. I mean, In the previous battles that I've made with this vehicle, I made a lot more destroyed vehicles. You know, you can't really replicate every battle equally, so, you know, it is what it is. Just how this game is being played. But so far, I mean, it's pretty much what you would expect from a Merkava. You would expect it to do well, it does well, if you know how to play it, of course. I would say this vehicle still is a bit vulnerable to high explosive shells. The PZH-2000 artillery, for example, is still able to just eat this vehicle the same way it's able to eat the Mark 1. That's pretty much the vehicle that you need to be careful around. The PZH-2000 HU artillery boomstick is able to just... How many vehicles did I destroy there? 5, 6? That's an insane revenge bomber run right there. I actually feel bad about the enemy team there. That's one of the occasions where I knock it out of the park with the revenge bomber. It just absolutely yeeted the whole enemy team, and this alone just guarantees that this is going to be a victory. But yeah, visually this vehicle is a bit different from the Mark 1, has some added things on the whole. Oh, that's vehicle number 12, beautiful. Vehicle number 12, perfect. Let's go and visit the enemy spawn point, although I am not a fan of spawn camping, but the match is already over, and yeah, I'm looking at all the wrecks I made with the revenge bomber. That's a lot of wrecks all over the place. Well, that's solid 2 times 4. That's a lot of revenge bombing going on there in that battle. Let's go to the next match with the Merkava Mk.2V. When I get the same damn map, other side, isn't that just convenient when the game just spams one map? Someone asked me if I use a cooler. I think someone asked me if I use a cooler. I actually use a Black Shark Fun Cooler 4 Pro. While playing, I used to use the not the Black Shark. I didn't use the Black Shark before. This is the first cooler I bought for this device. I used the ice block cooler before that. You know, the huge ice thing that you could see in some of the videos I made a couple months ago. I used that up until recently. It's getting warm here, basically summer, and the ice block would melt faster than I could actually make a video. So I decided to buy a cooler. Kind of thought it would not work the way it was advertised, but as it turns out, it seems to be working exactly as advertised. So yeah, the Black Shark Fun Cooler 4 Pro, from my experience, is getting the job done. It's able to drop the temperatures down quite a bit for this device. Basically, I would say it gives the equivalent effect as my ice block, which is perfect because it means I don't have to worry about heat. I usually focus on internal temperature because that's the only temperature that's worth it. Basically because that's the only temperature that I would say is important, you know, worthy to monitor. I can heat up my external temperature on the phone to 50, but the internal will still be relatively low. So yeah, in any case, I got carried away, my apologies for that. Let's focus on the battle here. So, Merkava Mk.2V, exactly the same as the Merkava Mark 1, hull down monstrosity. It has a very thick, very armored turret, sloped turret as well, very survivable. Merkava vehicles in general are known for their survivability in War Thunder. They can be very annoying to deal with. I would say this thing feels equally as annoying as the Mark 1 when it comes to how long it takes to be destroyed. However, at the same time, I kind of feel like this vehicle did pop its turret a lot more often than the Mark 1. Based on my experience. Somehow I find the Mark 1 to be more survivable based from my experience, short run experience with the vehicle. I think I will change my opinion on that after a couple weeks of me playing it, but for now, for some reason, this vehicle tends to blow up a bit more often in one hit than the Mark 1. Could be because of my ammo, to be honest. Could be because of that, but that's just, or could just be, you know, my luck being my luck and giving me bad luck as usual. Now you will see. Again, that's just my experience with the tank here, with the vehicle. But you know, it's still doing a good job. I mean, as I mentioned before, if you like the Mark 1 and if you want to upgrade the Mark 1, then the Mark 2V could be a worthy upgrade, if you ask me. Of course, this is not the last Merkava that we will see. There will be more. We all know that. There will be more in the future, of course. And the next Merkava could potentially be the ultimate Merkava. I don't know. I mean, there is no ultimate vehicle in this game, you know. This is a tier 8 vehicles. This is still a tier 8. The next Merkava could be tier 10. So a tier 10 Merkava could potentially be the best tier 10. Well, the best tier 10. That doesn't really work that way, I guess. We will see. I mean, it has to be released for me to actually have a opinion on it. 6 destroyed vehicles. Let me go back. This 20. Okay. 26 motor power reverse. Okay, I thought it was 30. It's not too bad. You know, 26 is still much better than 14 on Mark 1, so no complaints from me on that aspect of the vehicle. Okay, it's Magach 6R, 6... I don't know what name, 6M. 6M, yes, 6M. Well, was vehicle number 7. Okay, perfect. Let me go and hug this famous rock. You know, I made so many videos with this rock. I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm not fighting over this place with other players in the team. I actually expect this to be crowded. Thankfully it's not. Thankfully it's not crowded, so I can still enjoy this beautiful position here. Okay, now let me see what I can do next. Let's go forward and let's see if I can run actually revenge bomber time. Let's take the revenge bomber and, or maybe not. Well, the match is about to be over. So this was the Merkava Mark 2V. As I mentioned before, a pretty solid vehicle. I like it. If you like how the Merkava plays and if you want a upgrade, then this is a good vehicle to get. And well, with that being said, do tell me what you think about the Merkava vehicles in general. Which one do you believe will be a tech tree? Which one do you believe will become a will stay a premium vehicle? I think the Mark 1 will become the tech tree vehicle. The 2B might become a premium vehicle. We will stay the premium vehicle. We will see. Again, that's a hot topic in the game right now, the tech tree for tanks. And I would like to see and hear what you guys have to say about that. I'm interested to see what players think, so I can give feedback to the developers. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time.